This is my Neverfull MM, and I purchased this I think in June this year. And then this is my other Vachetta bag. This is the Patina, which has tons of Vachetta on the bottom, so I'm super careful with this bag, and I purchased this in March this year. My oldest Vachetta bag is my Pochette Metis, and I've had it for 2 years, just over 2 years now. I said that I don't treat or clean my bags, but I actually did something with this bag simply because this was my very first monogram and Vachetta leather bag, so it was sort of my guinea pig. You can see there's like a shadow of some sort on the leather, but in general the patina is pretty even. See here, on here you can see it a little bit. So these are definitely rain spots, and so here there's a little bit here. Underneath that it's pretty white because that's the part where it hasn't been exposed to sunlight, so it stays pretty white. I'm okay with that as long as it's centered. Here too you can see the water spot here and here. Very first Vachetta bag here has a slight hint of dirt here on the side here. This is my Vachetta on my Neverfull. It's pretty even, it's beautiful, it's still a very light patina. I think at one point I wiped the back of my hand on my lips because I wanted to get rid of the lip balm on my lips before I ate something, and then I accidentally touched the top of the leather here. So once I saw that I was like, oh no, this is oil. It has oils in it. So I just used the dust bag and I tried to like get it off. And I don't see it anymore. It pretty much blended in. I think because it had an existing patina on it. It's definitely not brown yet, but you can definitely see that there is you know, a light patina on it already. And that's the beauty of it. Once it really develops that nice shiny patina, that's when you know it will be more resistant, and that's its own form of protection from elements or any accidents, obviously. Here is my Patina. It has patinaed beautifully. Again, nothing had happened to it yet, knock on wood, obviously. But as I said, even if something did happen, I would just do whatever I recommended you to do. And honestly, if something did happen to it, then maybe it was meant to be. So as much as you can cry about it, I think over time you just get over it. You know, it just shows that you've really loved and well used your bag. I also wanted to mention that for those of you who are new to my channel, so welcome, that I actually buy all of my monogram bags brand new. In fact, most of my bags are brand new except for one, and that they were really white when I first bought them. Obviously they were really raw and virgin, so I'm very happy with the patina that I've got so far. I try to air them out as much as possible, even when it's at home when I store them. Obviously I still rotate between them often enough that I don't need to put them in their dust bags all the time. I know that I'm rotating between them, so I don't have a problem with that. If I knew that I didn't want to use it for a very long time, I would definitely store them in their dust bags. And that has really helped with the patina process as well. It's still very slow, but it does help. Again, prevention is key, especially when your bag is brand new. But once you have achieved even a light patina with some sort of a sheen, that's when you can be a little bit more carefree, and the likelihood of water stains or light dirt will blend in. So because this bag was my guinea pig, and I know it's crazy, it's such an expensive and such a beautiful bag, how can I even use it as a guinea pig? Well, my thought process at the time was I really like monogram print actually, and I really wanted to get into you know, getting my first monogram bag, and of course it comes with the untreated leather, but I was ready for it. At that point I had a sort of an idea that I will be extra careful and I will, whatever happens. So if it, you know, if I ruin my bag for whatever reason, then it's ruined, right? But it will still be me ruining it and me learning from it, my own experience with my first monogram bags, because there is not as much surface of untreated leather as say my Patina way. So I thought it was a good bag to try. Plus I felt like because this is the only side that would be sitting against my body, the likelihood of anything happening would be mostly on this little tab. But so far, I mean, it's a little dirty, but you can't really see it, you know. As I said, the patina kind of blends in. Maybe the edges have a little bit of, you know, dirt on it, but you really can't see it. And to be honest, I can't be bothered because of course with regular use your bags are gonna, you know, have dust on it and stuff. So even with your treated bags, they have dirt on it, you just don't see it. So it's fine by me. Even though it is unprotected leather, it's not as fragile as you think. Even if your clothes touch it, or if you like, you know, handle it, it's not really gonna get patina right away. It still takes quite a while, and it doesn't get dirty so easily unless you were really unlucky and it really just hit the leather a certain way, or if you got really downpoured on. As I used it more, and of course I loved using this bag, this is my favorite bag, I just became less scared to use monogram bags. And obviously I took it to every trip afterwards that I could. And the last trip that I took it to was in Hong Kong, and oh boy, I got poured on so many times on this bag. It's bad, and I was so worried because I really got poured on in Hong Kong. You could really see the water stains, so the dots on the leather. So one day I came back from lunch from a restaurant. I was still in Hong Kong, and they have these towelettes in a packaging, so like a wet hand towelette. And it's a guinea pig, right? I decided to take a risk, and I used it to wipe my handles. Actually, I used it to wipe all the surfaces of this leather. And oh my gosh, my heart sank when I saw the immediate effect was that it's like it became super dark right away. Like the leather was wet, right? Obviously, because I was doing that, and I was so scared that I ruined my leather, and I was so scared that it destroyed the actual sort of properties of untreated leather, you know, over time, either crack or really attract dust. Of course, I let it air dry after that. After that one time of treatment, so that was the only time I ever treated my Vachetta bags. I never did it anymore, and luckily nothing happened. Obviously you can see that my patina is beautiful, and ever since then for some reason the patina has also evened out. So would I recommend treating your bags anyway? Because nothing happened to mine, I still won't. I would still let it age by itself. But then again, if it really is bothering you and you've got a lot of water stain because you got poured on unexpectedly, you could possibly use a dry cloth that is slightly damp and try to even it out that way, because in the end it's just still water, so I'm not as worried. After my learning experience with my Pochette Metis, I'm so much more careful with my other two newer bags, and I haven't had to do it. And honestly, I probably won't do it unless it's like a dramatic stain like Coca-Cola got onto my Patina bottom, you know, like then yeah, I'll do the damp cloth thing and try to get it as even and get out the stain as much as possible. But other than that, I still would recommend that you just let your beautiful Vachetta age with you, and just prevent as much as possible any accidents from happening. So that's sort of my recommendation for you. I hope it was helpful. Everyone has different opinions, but that's just my understanding of this leather and my experience with Vachetta leather so far. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Amy, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye! A treatment of moisturizing oil first, and then the final stage is the actual coating.